Should you work with a bookstore that charges a shelf fee? This is a question I get from time to time, and we want to actually look at the benefits and the downfalls of potentially doing this to make sure we're making the best decision for you. So let me step back and let me paint you a picture. You have written a book. You want your book to be in a bookstore or a coffee shop that has bookshelf space or wherever. And that particular company says, if you pay me this much, I'll put your book on my shelf for however long. Is that going to be something that is going to work to your benefit? Well, there's questions you need to ask to decide if it's going to be a good fit for you or not. The first thing is, if I am renting space on your shelf, I'm renting that space for representation in your store, what does that look like? Will I be cover out? Am I just spine out? Are you going to have this up front and center? Are you going to be talking about this? Are you going to be promoting this? What work level is involved with this? What are you doing to benefit me? How is this going to show off or get my book to be sold? If I choose to do this, are you then also taking a cut of the profit? Because you're selling this, do you get a cut of it? Or am I just solely paying for the ability to be on your shelf and then I keep all of the money made? What does this look like in terms of what you're making and what am I making? If you are working with a company and they would like you to pay for space on the shelf to be there and to be represented, and they get a cut of the sale, and they're not doing anything to market it, it's literally just you have paid to have your book on a shelf, and hopefully maybe somebody will look at it someday. And then if I do get to sell it for you, I also get to keep a cut of it. Is that worth it? Is that going to be worth it to you? That is entirely up to you. You just have to think that through. You have to ask the questions, what does this look like and how does it benefit me? For the most part, I don't necessarily recommend people paying to be represented on a shelf. I am okay with people going to these different bookstores or coffee shops that have like a bookstore center-y type thing. There's sometimes like different tea places or coffee places that will have a shelf up near the register where people can buy books from local people or whatever. And having that representation there for free and then that person getting a cut of the sale, totally okay with that. That works to your benefit. By all means, go for that. They're going to have them there. And then no matter what they do, how they do it, you are only paying out of pocket if they make the sale for you. That is basically working as an affiliate and you're just providing the stock to them. We like that. That works. That works to everybody's benefit. If, however, they're asking you for money just to be there, that's kind of the same. It's kind of an equivalent of walking to a coffee shop as an artist and them saying, yeah, for $200, I'll put your picture on the wall for a month. Yeah, that doesn't, no. We don't love that. You can do it, but we don't love that. So if they are asking to be paid just for shelf space, that probably is not going to work to your benefit. You could find a way to make it work, but you have to ask a lot of questions. And if you're paying for shelf space, they're not getting a cut of the sale. If they want both of those things, that's just a red flag. Just run from that one. You can talk your way through it. You can navigate your way through some of this. In some cases, you could potentially make it work, but for the most part, I'm leery of these things, and it's not something that I as an author do. If somebody asks me to pay to put my book on a shelf, that's a no. If, however, you would like me to supply stock, and then you make an affiliate commission on that sale, I'm down for that. I am more than willing to go buy a couple copies of my book and keep them in your store for potential sale. And then if they don't sell, I can come and get them and take them back and take them to a book signing or take them to a different event. I am not out money by stocking them in your store and you making an affiliate commission off of that. That I'm okay with. But paying for shelf space, don't love that. Don't love that. And we've actually done videos on paying for table space at book signings as well. And it's very similar to that. Go watch that video. That's going to be a good one for you. You got to ask questions when it comes to this. You've got to know how much they're making, what the timeframes are, what you're committing to, what you're going to be losing out for this, and what that dissolution of that working relationship looks like. So if it doesn't sell within a certain time period, how do you get those back? What happens? What is the procedure to move forward from there? So asking a lot of questions, getting everything in writing with a contract, and then paying at the appropriate times is going to be important. There's a lot we can get into here. We're not going to get too deep on this one. This is entirely up to you. If you've got questions on this, go ahead and drop those down below. I don't recommend paying for shelf space. Affiliate commissions, I'm good with. So we will see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you navigate the world of your publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year with the least amount of stress and overwhelm and weird questions on what will and will not work for you, to make sure that you're only doing the things that work for you. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.